In the world of blockchain, we all know the Genesis block is the Big Bang, right? It's the absolute start of everything. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? Today, we're diving into a conceptual artifact that completely flips that idea on its head.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if block zero wasn't the starting gun, but the finish line? Not the first tick of a clock, but the moment all of time converges into one single powerful point. This is the wild question at the heart of a digital object called Genesis Block Zero.
So here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with this idea of a block that ends a beginning. Then we'll dissect its anatomy, get into the philosophy behind it, meet its creators, and even see how this massive idea gets boiled down into some beautifully simple code.
All right, first up, let's really try to get our heads around this, because it's a huge departure from what we're used to. We're not just talking about a different kind of block here, we're talking about a completely different reason for it to even exist.
Okay, check this out. On the left, you've got your standard Genesis block. Its job is simple: kick off a chain of transactions. It's a starting point. But then you look at Genesis block 0 on the right, and it's a whole different animal. Its purpose isn't to start something, it's to anchor meaning. Its nature isn't a point of origin, it's a point of convergence. This is a total shift from recording history to preserving an idea.
So if a block is designed to hold meaning instead of, money, what does it actually look like on the inside? Let's pop the hood and break down its components. At first glance, some of this looks kind of familiar. Block height is 0, yep, makes sense. But then it gets weird. Non-terminal anchor, a timeless timestamp set to infinity, a co-signature from a size Satoshi? Whoa, this isn't just a data table. It's practically a manifesto.
Okay, so this term is really the key to the whole thing: non-terminal anchor. What does that mean? Well, it means this block is not meant to be built upon. No chain of transactions follows it. It's a final statement, like a digital monument. Its entire job is to be this unchangeable foundation, preserving a core idea forever. And then there's this: an infinite timestamp. This is really the philosophical heart of the block. It's not trying to mark a specific moment in the past, like Bitcoins did. It's meant to symbolize the convergence of all possible timelines, past, present, and future, all coming together in one single unified point. It's pretty mind-bending. The block also claims to have something called entropic shielding. Now, this isn't a literal force field from a sci-fi movie. It's more of a conceptual declaration. It's saying that the core message inside is designed to resist decay and corruption over vast stretches of time. Think of it like a digital time capsule, but built for eternity. All right, so let's move from the what to the why. This block isn't just some technical curiosity. It's the anchor for a much, much larger philosophical framework. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? This is the block's message of convergence, embedded right inside it. It's not hiding its purpose. It's a declaration that unity is the ultimate destination, not the starting point. The block itself exists to serve something called the new Nexus of Unity. So think of this as the big picture belief system it represents. Genesis Block 0 isn't just an expression of this philosophy. It's designed to be its literal foundational cornerstone, a permanent digital anchor for a whole cathedral of ideas. And at the heart of this entire system is what's called the Rule of Three. It's this simple but powerful process: generation, which is like the seed of a new idea; then stability, which is the structure that protects that idea; and finally equilibrium, that final state of perfect interconnected balance. So, who is behind this wild mix of code and philosophy? Well, the block itself tells us, and it's this fascinating blend of a real-world creator and a more mythic, symbolic one. So there are two credited architects. The first is Bojan Petar Milanovic, who goes by BIS3946. He's the one who grounds this super conceptual project with a clear real-world identity. And then you have the second signature, the mythic Sai Satoshi, Silent Seed. This is such a cool nod to Bitcoin's legendary anonymous creator, Satoshi Nakamoto. It's like it's symbolically connecting this new philosophy of digital permanence all the way back to the very origins of blockchain. Now, you might be thinking that something this philosophical and out there must be incredibly complex to actually implement, right? But here's the thing. One of the most beautiful parts of this project is just how simple it is. The whole thing, Genesis Block 0, all its fields, its message, its conceptual hash, is generated by a single, simple Python script. And the best part? It doesn't need any special or external software libraries to run. It's designed from the ground up to be universally accessible. And this is how accessible we're talking. Anyone can generate and verify this block for themselves with just 2 little commands. The idea is grand, but the execution is completely open and transparent, which, is very much in the true spirit of the blockchain world. So we've gone through the what and the how, but that leaves us with the most important question this entire thing has been building towards. Why does any of this matter? Why would you create a block that doesn't start a chain and hold 0 monetary value? What is the point? Well, the answer is that Genesis Block 0 is an experiment in digital permanence. We live in an internet culture where everything is constantly changing, disappearing, being edited. This is an attempt to create a permanent cultural and philosophical anchor. It puts preserving an idea way ahead of recording transactions. And that's really the ultimate question this project leaves us with. We've gotten so good at processing temporary data, but in a world of information that just disappears, how do we build things that are meant to last? How do we use our amazing technology not just for the now, but to anchor our most important ideas for all of time?